From Washington, this is VOA News. U.S. and Afghan leaders meet into the night, and thousands take shelter in India during a massive cyclone. I'm Vincent Bruce reporting from Washington. U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry and Afghan President Hamid Karzi say they are closer to an agreement on bilateral security, but differences remain over the question of immunity for U.S. troops. The two officials commented in Kabul late Saturday following extended talks on a possible U.S. presence in Afghanistan after the NATO-led military mission ends next year. Secretary of State Kerry spoke with reporters.
In the last 24 hours, as we have worked hard at these issues that really have been negotiated over now for more than 11 months, that we have resolved in these last 24 hours the major issues that the President went through. We have resolved those issues.
The U.S. has been pushing for an agreement with Afghanistan by the end of this month. In eastern India, Cyclone Phelan has struck the region with wind speeds of 200 kilometers per hour and incessant rain. Officials have prepared for a huge disaster and relief operation to cope with the massive cyclone. As Anjana Pasricha reports from New Delhi, tens of thousands of people are housed in shelters waiting for India's deadliest storm in over a decade to pass.
More than 10 million people live in the path of the storm in two eastern Indian states, Orissa and Andhra Pradesh. About 500,000 people living in villages along the coast were evacuated to shelters set up in schools and government buildings. Others hunkered down in their homes, waiting for the cyclone to pass. The storm is expected to be less intense than a massive one which struck the region in 1999, causing widespread damage and killing 10,000 people. Vice Chairman of the National Disaster Management Authority, Murray Shashidhar Reddy, said they have deployed about 60 rescue teams.
State government and their resources will be there. The army will be there with their resources.
Anjana Pasricha for VOA News, New Delhi.
Iraqi authorities say a car bomb attack in a market has killed at least 14 people and wounded dozens of others in central Iraq. Police officials said the Saturday night attack took place when a pickup truck exploded at the entrance of a wholesale fruit and vegetable market in the city of Samara. At least 30 people were wounded in the attack. There is no immediate claim of responsibility. Authorities in Mali say an overcrowded boat carrying hundreds of passengers and goods sank late Friday on the Niger River, leaving at least 20 people dead and about 170 others unaccounted for hours later. Officials say the boat was traveling northward toward the city of Timbuktu when it sank near the town of Kona, with an estimated 400 passengers and crew on board. Search efforts were continuing late Saturday. Also on this Saturday, U.S. senators rejected one proposal to prevent default and reopen the government and are working on another. Both the House of Representatives and the Senate held unusual Saturday sessions with a partial government shutdown in its 12th day, and the United States estimated to be 5 days away from not being able to pay all its bills. A Senate motion to debate a Democratic bill to increase the nation's borrowing limit through 2014 and the shutdown failed. The plan did not include spending cuts or changes in the president's signature health care law, which Republicans want. The U.S. military has fired a general and an admiral from key leadership roles in nuclear forces for alleged personal misconduct. The Air Force Friday removed Michael Carey, a two-star general, from his command of the 20th Air Force, which includes hundreds of land-based nuclear missiles. Officials gave few details about the case, but said the dismissal was not operations-related. Also this past week, Tim Jardina, a three-star admiral, lost his job as deputy commander of all U.S. nuclear missiles, bombers, and submarines. He is under investigation over allegations he used counterfeit poker chips at a casino. Giardina is a career submarine officer who previously commanded a squadron of submarines that can launch missiles from underwater to hit distant targets. The Vatican was forced to recall thousands of medals struck to commemorate Pope Francis because of a spelling error. The medals, which are often minted for a new pope, were struck in gold, silver, and bronze by the Italian State Mint. They went on sale Tuesday. The Vatican said it withdrew 6,000 of the flawed medals from sale Tuesday after it was discovered that the name of Jesus was spelled with an L instead of the letter J. Visit us at voanews.com 24 hours a day for all the latest. I'm Vincent Bruce, VOA News, reporting from Washington.